Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. At the end of the last episode, we finally took back Ireland, so we can actually say we're continuing with the Kingdom of Ireland playthrough today. Of course, though, one thing that's slightly annoying from that war is we don't have Dublin because we have to wait for our truce to end before we can revoke her title here. Sadly, if we go ahead and look here, we do have a truce until the 9th of July, 10:02. So we're going to have to wait for that one to expire. And then we will go ahead and take back Dublin for ourselves. Now, what I want to think about in this episode is, do we possibly go to war with the Kingdom of Wales or England? I don't think we can do a holy war for the Kingdom of England anymore. Yeah, we've already used up our once use per lifetime war for a kingdom, the holy war for the kingdom. There we go, spit your words out. However, we could do a holy war for duchy, and what I'm thinking is maybe we do a holy war for the chiefdom of Ulster. England currently have no alliances, so I think we could win that just with our men alone, so that might be something to consider. But let's go ahead and unpause. I think we will do this, but let's wait for at least our men at arms to replenish. We also have some stuff up here. We could found a holy order. There can never be too many warriors dedicated to defending the true faith. I will honour St. George by giving those who would serve a home and arms. So this costs us 500 gold. This will take up all of our gold. Also 1000 piety. However, the city of Arran... that's up here. Okay. So a holy order of your faith will be founded and we become the order's patron. The Holy Order's patron is a king or emperor who shares their faith and whose realm contains their capital. The patron may call upon the support of the Holy Order against religious enemies for free. Okay, that's nice. We also increase Irish Orthodoxies further by 10. And we get founded Holy Order for 5 years, plus 0.5 piety per month, and same faith opinion plus 10. I might actually go ahead and do this. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and found our first holy order. There we go. I don't think you have any. Yeah, you don't really have any affiliation to me. But there we go. There's the leader of the holy order. He looks badass in his armor. The Brotherhood of the Holy Sepulchre. There we go, we have that. And I think that just removed a ton of options because we don't have the gold to do any of the others. Let's go ahead and hold court, though. We can hold court now. We are once again the King of Ireland. So let's go ahead and hear the petitioners. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne whilst others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all movement in the chamber has ceased. All faces turn towards mine expectantly. In front of me, I count 3 petitioners lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. Let's go ahead and gesture for the first in line to approach and see what kind of business happens in the court today. Who's this? Duke Dibcon of Man. Okay, he's my vassal and knight. My lord, I regret to inform you that I am at the end of my tether. My vassal Duke Dibcon is clearly exasperated. The people over which I should rule are an uncontrollable mob of unruly barbarians with ridiculous customs and a terrible taste for food. All my efforts so far have been in vain. It just seems impossible to make civilized people out of them. I am afraid a strong intervention from above is the only solution available now. So what's this? So we could promote culture in the earldom of the Isle of Man. We could respect their traditions. Or as long as they pay their taxes, I don't care. Let's go ahead and show them the right way. We will actually go ahead and I think my steward here will start promoting the Anglo-Irish culture. In the Isle of Man, let's go ahead and guide them. Let's see. My vassal Countess Irene approaches me, quietly considering, like she often does. Okay, so she is my vassal. My lord, I have a brilliant idea. How about we host a fair, or perhaps even a festival for the common folk to expose them to one of the different cultures in our beautiful kingdom? Irene explains her idea further until she realizes that she's dangerously close to over-explaining it. It'll cost money, but I'm sure it will help foster a more positive relationship between our people. If you came to me a week earlier, I might have said yes, but we've just spent all of our money founding a new holy order to fight England with. Yeah, we can't afford this, sadly. We could afford this one. Hold an exhibit in Greek land to show them the Anglo-Irish greatness. I do like that, though. However, I cannot spend... Yeah, I don't think we can afford to spend gold right now. With war on the horizon, we need to have a nice... something in the bank so we don't go into debt super fast again. Sadly, I cannot spend resources on this at this time. However, if you come back to me in the future, then maybe I can invest in such a fair. Duchess Dorothy boldly steps forward and without providing any context proceeds in hushed tones. Dorothy, I'm not a fan of you at the moment. I can persuade the malcontents to back down if you agree to redress our contractual burdens. Though rumoured to support Countess Mare's false claim on Ireland, surely this is a charge Dorothy would never publicly admit to. So I accept, though it pains me. Every feudal member... No, I'm not reducing their taxes because they're rebelling. No. So you are plotting against me. Seize her. She loses opinion of me. This is an act of tyranny. So we don't have a solid proof she's plotting against me. I mean, I do because I see the faction, but I guess my character doesn't. Come, Dorothy, forget the others. A diplomacy challenge. Let's not do that. Or you play a dangerous game, Duchess. We spend some prestige. I don't like any of these options. I think I'm going to imprison her. I think my spy master is the one that comes with me in the factions. I think if we see it this way, we would know that she is trying to plot against me. And we know she already plotted against me once anyway, because she already rose up to install my cousin on the throne. So actually, I might actually go for this one. Her family will hate me, which is also my family, so that's mostly everyone. However, she has already plotted against me once, and we do have it on good authority that she's planning it again. So I will actually go ahead and seize her and throw her in prison. I don't care if it's considered tyranny. She is tyrannic. She rose up against the throne once, and she's trying to do it again. As the last petitioner departs, various courtiers follow them out of the room, having business to attend elsewhere. Others remain talking amongst themselves about the recent proceedings. Soon the ceremonial formality of the proceedings has dropped away entirely, with the hum and bustle of normal courtly life taking its place. My business here is done. There we go. We've survived another session of court. Now, we could ransom Dorothy. However, how much are you worth? 100 gold? Of course. We can't let her go before we have a good old torture session. We're feeling quite stressed, so I think a good torture session is just what I need to get rid of some of that stress. Crime, rightful imprisonment. Okay, but no one's going to arrest me, right? Let's go ahead and torture her. You are my cousin. There we go. We're going to torture her, and then we will ransom her. Oh god, okay, we have to wait until the torture window pops up. Hopefully she doesn't die before we get some money out of her. Oh, the sweet kiss of the whip. It might look innocent, but it can separate flesh from bones just as well as any knife. Judging by the look on Dorothy's face, she knows this all too well. Please, no, please. I will tell you anything you want to know. I have intimate relations with Wolf af Arus. Oh, spicy. Yeah, I'm not done with you quite yet. We learn of her lover secret. We could expose that. I'll tell you what, we could do something crafty here. We are sadistic. We fear nothing. And we do enjoy the suffering of others. So what I'm about to do, I think it does actually fit to the character. I'm not done with you quite yet, so we will imprison her again. Let's go ahead and pause. We can go on a pilgrimage, not just yet. Let's go ahead and ransom Dorothy here for 100 gold. Hopefully she accepts this. And we go ahead and unpause here. There we go. So Dorothy has left the prison. Now, oh, there is a dangerous faction rising against us. I think, yeah, I think we might be pushing Dorothy to the edge here. I think, what am I trying to click on here? You can lawfully imprison... No, that's my spy master. Ah, maybe I can't. I think because she's already in prison when I learned it, There we go. This is how we should find it. Hooks and secrets. So that's Dorothy's lover. So if I expose this secret, being an adulterer is criminal to Irish Orthodox, and she is Irish Orthodox. So let's go ahead and expose this. And then I think I can imprison her. Yes, we can. However, it will not succeed. If we fail to imprison Duchess Dorothy, she will rise up in rebellion with other disgruntled vassals. So we could imprison her again, because she is a fornicator, sorry, not an adulterer. There we go. Maybe we should hold off on that, though. We're probably going to have some wars to fight soon, especially with this rebellion. Yeah, there we go. Duchess Dorothy is a criminal that we can now imprison. So let's go ahead and unpause. I think that was a bit crafty there. My spy master has come to me with grave news. It is my grandson, Duke Mercu, that is plotting against my cousin. Oh, grandson, what are you doing? Please don't do such a thing. I beg you. We know a lot of secrets, by the way. Ah, they're all witch secrets, that's why. Yes, those are... So they're not really secret. I mean, they are secrets, but nothing we can take advantage of there, unfortunately. Right, let's go ahead and unpause for a moment. Should we go for this Holy War of England? I think so. We do have all of our bowmen. No, we don't. We're waiting for this third unit of bowmen to replenish. They should be replenished next month, which is good to see. We can declare wars. Let's go ahead and wait on that. There we go. There we go. We have all of our bowmen. England don't have any allies. So what we could do... We're currently in October. I tell you what, let's go ahead and wait for the spring. And we're actually going to take over into the year 1000. Exciting times. We've definitely been playing this series for a while. The transmutation of lead to gold has long been a dream of alchemists across the world. Though many have attempted such a feat, nobody is known to have succeeded. Despite this, I have come across some notes written in the margins of a book about plants. They claim that one can create golden rain by boiling lead sugar and a filtered solution of seaweed ash. Could such a thing be possible? If nothing else, it is worth investigating. Let's investigate it and see what arises from that. The first reagent I need to obtain is a lead sugar, an ingredient used to sweeten wines. I could find a supplier to import what I need, though it would be expensive. Alternatively, I can cheaply manufacture my own by burning metallic lead and dissolving the ashes in vinegar. One must spend money to make money. How can I learn if other people do all the work? Yeah, let's try this. It is a learning challenge, and of course learning is our lifestyle focus. I think that's fitting. You obtain the lead sugar, and we gain 100 learning lifestyle experience. Very nice. Looks like we might even learn how to turn lead to gold. The second reagent I need is to obtain seaweed. A lot of seaweed. 100 drams, shredded and then dried. Where can I get such a substantial amount? Hello? We're on an island. We're surrounded by seaweed. I will import it from various coastal towns. Demand a seaweed tax from my subjects. I can just use my lead to sweeten wines instead. Demand a seaweed tax from my subjects. Yes, there will now be a seaweed tax. My vassals, do not ask questions. It's a very important tax for the Kingdom of Ireland. Hopefully we get the seaweed from this. Ah, there we go. And it looks like my grandson has converted to witchcraft as well. I won't read this out because we've already read this out probably about 10 times. But let's go ahead and finally show him our true selves. Another witch joins the family there. And at last, I have all the necessary reagents to produce the golden rain. The lead sugar is safely stored in waterproof casks. The cords of dried seaweed are stacked in a furnace ready to burn. Will this be my magnum opus? Let's go ahead and begin the experiment. Hopefully we don't explode. It almost sounds like we're making gunpowder or something. I've never had this event pop up, so it's interesting. Let's go ahead and find another family member to invite to the School of Witchcraft. I don't think... we could... let's go ahead and try and... No, we can't make you a witch. Maybe she's already a witch. Do we have anyone here? I think you're already a witch. What about you? You're already a witch as well. You're not old enough. You're already a witch. Yep. We're running out of targets. Yeah, these guys aren't witches. We're just going to have to wait a little bit until we introduce another witch to the family. After mixing the lead sugar into the solution, it suddenly turns a vibrant yellow. I had a moment of worry when the mixture became clear after boiling, but once it cooled back down, I saw small golden-coloured crystals form in my flask. Upon examination, I can tell these crystals are not true gold, as they are translucent. However, it is possible that this reaction is one of the fabled 12 vital processes needed to create gold. Am I one step closer to true transmutation? So we gain a learning lifestyle perk, 85 gold, and 350 prestige as well. Very nice. We're getting rich here. Let's go ahead and get another perk. Defender of the Faith. Tyranny gain minus 25%. And same faith opinion plus 5. Very nice. One more skill, and then we have Theologian. Let's see, what do I want here? I think I might swap over to a medicine focus, just for that health boost. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this, because we are getting on a bit. How old are we? We're 67. Our health, we are feeling fine, but let's just make sure we do live long enough to try and form the Empire here. We could even try and reclaim Britannia, however, we don't fully control the region of Britannia. And there's no easy way, is there? We are in January. We are actually in the year 1000 now as well. Is that a new millennium? I think a millennium's 1,000 years. The following faction has disbanded. The faction to install Countess Mare. Ah, very nice. Right. And my daughter-in-law has also given birth to a son. Let's go ahead and call him Ethel here. May you grow strong and wise. And what I'm going to do now is take back this chunk of England for ourselves. So let's go ahead and declare war on the King of England once again. We will do a holy war for Duchy. And we're going to go for the High Chiefdom of Ulster. Too long has England laid claim to these lands here. So let's go ahead and declare the war. We have declared war on the English once again. Hopefully this time we last a bit longer. Unfortunately, we can't call on our house member though. Do we need the alliance? Allies? I don't think so. What I will do though is call on this holy, the Holy Order. Let's go ahead and hire them. It costs us absolutely nothing. And what I will do is raise the men up here. So let's go ahead and raise some armies. These guys, there we go, if I can select them. Let's move them up to Carrick. We don't actually have a commander. Let's go ahead and put my cousin commanding this army. Ah, aren't you supposed to be the commander of the Holy Order? I think you are. Interesting. It's fine, guys. He's just getting some learning experience, and already we're losing a lot of gold. My ward Sabine has come of age, and it is time he left my care. For the longest time, I was hoping that good tutelage would be enough to teach Sabine the intricacies of warfare. I was naive. He has only developed a basic understanding of the subject, but at least he has learned the essentials of managing an army. I can only hope that the rest will come with experience. So he is a witch at least. He's a tough soldier. Not the worst education, is he? At least he's learned something. Oh, wait, though. He's a tough soldier. He's also a holy warrior. Burning with righteous fervor, the holy warrior will not rest until all heathens are defeated. Oh, okay. Until we meet again, Slabine. That's amazing. And let's go ahead and marry him off as well. Looks like Duchess de Befugel here is also a warrior, some sort of herself. So let's go ahead and send off the marriage. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. I graciously take the hand of your grandson Slabine in holy matrimony. May St. Bridget bless our union. Excellent. There we go. That's all looking good there. I don't think we need to... Yeah, let's not go ahead and invite any allies to the war. We should be able to beat the English back ourselves here. We have to be careful about Lancaster, though, because that is our capital, and it's close to their borders. If we go ahead and do this, this should all be good. Let's go ahead. Let's send the Brotherhood. I might just keep the Brotherhood here. No, let's go ahead and send in the Brotherhood. And what I will also do is let's just do something like this. And go ahead and siege down these lands before we come back and fight the English, I guess. I just want to make sure that we do actually control this. The English are down here. They're going to siege Dublin. Now, what I might do then is send these two armies south. And this army, the Holy Warriors, can go ahead with the siege. And Countess Mare has another faction. Okay. Why do they want my cousin on the throne so much? All she did was lead them into trouble when she was Queen of Ireland. And then we got the factions disbanded now as well. The English are also running from the siege. It turns out they didn't fancy those odds too much. Let's continue chasing them down. We are going to face them on the battlefield. And it does seem like the King of England here is actually leading his armies. We got a new learning perk too. Let's go ahead and pick up Theologian. That gives us +3 learning and +20% monthly piety. Divinity holds the answer to every question, from what resides in the hearts of men to the mysteries of life. There we go. We should probably change our lifestyle focus now, shouldn't we? We gain the trait Theologian. Intrigue is our next one. However, we can't change our learning lifestyle focus because we recently just changed it. So we're going to have to wait on that. Enemy combatants captured. We have captured some enemies. Let's go ahead and look at the details of this battle. There we go. We wounded one of them and we captured another. What we're going to do with this prisoner, of course, is move him to the dungeon because we don't want him communicating anything to the enemy. And with these armies, let's go ahead and siege this. It should be a relatively easy war. In fact, there are some Englishmen over here which I didn't see earlier. We should probably go ahead and deal with them. I don't think we need both armies though. Let's send one over here just in case we have to reinforce there. You might be a high king, but you are also an apparent knave. The unprovoked anger expressed by my son and heir Maximus comes as a complete surprise. He has been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this... Why are you stressed, son? That even he struggles, it's calming. For some reason, we are calmed by that. We could ransom our prisoner. 50 gold. In fact, I will go ahead and take that. We could do with the gold, couldn't we? Let's go ahead and chase this army down. They are trying to escape us, but we are going to catch up to them. And there we go. We do get the 50 gold for our prisoner there as well. Maybe we should have tortured him first, but we're not that stressed, so who knows? There we go. So we've won that one. Let's go ahead and take this army and help out with the siege here. It looks like it's going to take quite a while. We're being besieged. The English have gone north. That's going to take 10 months. I do wonder, do we take these two armies north? Okay, they're actually going to abandon the siege. It's all fine. Alright, let's go ahead and check the events of this. Nothing interesting happening. We have gained control of Ulster. That's good. We've also captured some more prisoners as well. We can ransom you for some gold. That's looking nice. You would also fetch some gold, but we're going to have to wait for them to consider the other ransom. There we go. Let's go ahead and ransom you as well. So far, this is actually looking to be a profitable war, which is rare. No complaints from me. With this army, I think let's go ahead and put them there, and we can support them. That's all looking good here. We are winning the war so far. Ekred's brooch was destroyed. Oh dear. I think it just ran out of durability there. There we go. We've won this siege. Let's take all of our armies and defend our castle here. We have taken another prisoner or two. 37 gold. I'll take it. You're not worth anything, so you're going to have to stay in a dungeon, I'm afraid. If only you were born into riches, eh? My courtier has given birth to a daughter. Of course, it is my grandson's child. Let's go ahead and call him Leofwin. There we go. May you grow strong and wise. My great-grandson. Wow. The family is definitely growing. And whilst I remember, let's actually go back and see if we can convert someone to witchcraft. You might already be a witch by the looks of it. What about you? There you go. Convert to witchcraft. I could ask to join the Holy Order. Ah, that's interesting. Let's convert you to witchcraft. That's all looking good. Can I do that to my other sons? No, because they're already older. However, you could join... Is it because you're a different religion? You're Irish Orthodox, but you wouldn't join. Maybe it's because they're too old. I don't think you're allowed at all. What about you? You're not allowed. You're 17. You're 17. But for some reason, I can ask you to join the Holy... Ah, that's because he's got the... No, he hasn't got the Holy Warrior trait. Interesting. Should I ask my youngest son to join the Holy Order? I think I should. Let's go for it. Why not? We can use the hook there. We will go ahead and ask our youngest son to join the Holy Order. I think that would be fun there. An agent join scheme to convert to witchcraft. That's also very nice as well. My grandson Wolfhelm stands outside waiting for me, his belongings in entourage ready to go. So, grandfather, where will this journey take me? Oh, wait, you're my grandson, not my son. Oh, dear. You are going to the Brotherhood of the Holy Sepulchre. So he gains the trait Order. Remember, he gains a level of devotion, and he gains opinion of us. Go off, my grandson. There we go, look at him. In his Holy Order armor as well. Yeah, my youngest son is 30. I don't think he's going to run off and join the Holy Order anytime soon. Let's go ahead and look at this battle with the King of England. If we're lucky, we'll capture the King of England. However, it doesn't look like we're that lucky there. We did win the battle, though. In fact, we killed one of their vassals and champions, so that's looking very good. Where are the English going? It looks like they're going back across to Ulster. Let's go ahead and see where they're going before we decide where to take our armies next. And my son has given birth to his own daughter. So let's go ahead and give her a good name as well. I can't pronounce any of these. Ainsworth. There we go. May you grow strong and wise. Lowry French Les. Oh, the Queen of Wales has died. Who's the king or leader? There we go, there's a new Queen of Wales. They are Welsh though, which is good, so... And her heir is also Welsh, so Wales does still belong to the Welsh. To the heartless High King Fersu, we have been burdened with your oppressive laws for far too long. No more, we are done paying you taxes. Once your coffers dry up and your larders are empty, you will wish you had treated us more fairly. Never! A peasant's lot is to serve their lord, so we do have the peasant uprising out to the evil High King Fursu. Your arrogance knows no bounds. Worry not, you shall soon be taught a lesson in humility. I very much doubt that. Let's go ahead and call on our house member to help with the peasant uprising here. We could also call on our ally, the Byzantines. I don't think we need the Byzantines to come here. We've lost our alliance with Wales, which means we could go to war with them as well now. That's something to consider. Let's win the war with the English first, though. It seems we've found ourselves in another battle. In fact, this might actually be the peasant uprising. It seems to have spawned right next to us. To the evil High King first. Why are we evil now? Of course I should join you in this war. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of East Siax. We're evil now. Okay. It's not my fault I'm sadistic, guys. We need to go ahead and fight these peasants, and I think that's the peasant war already won. The peasant uprisings really aren't that much of a challenge. There we go. Let's go ahead and enforce our demands there, and get back to the Holy War of England. To the worthless High King Fursu, may your years be short and miserable. I know when I am defeated. It seems I am left with no choice but to comply with your demands. So be it. However, you did rebel against me. And for that, we could execute him. Because we are sadistic. And he is a known criminal. Let's go ahead and burn him at the stake. There we go. That's my first execution I think I've done as King of England here. Of course, no, we did kill someone last episode, but not in this way. It was an event, wasn't it? Okay, so we captured a prisoner in that battle. That was the leader. No one in this battle, though. So let's go back to the war with England. Where did they send their armies? They're going down to Lancaster. Okay, that's what we said we had to be careful of. Let's march down to Lancaster. In fact, let's go this way, because it looks like they're actually sailing from Lancaster. They're not sieging Lancaster, which is interesting. We do have a new council position open. I think one of my councillors just died. Let's go ahead and make my son could be my chancellor. He's already 50. Let's go ahead and make my son chancellor. There we go, my son and heir. I think that's fitting. And this faction once again did disband. They keep disbanding, making it, disbanding, making it. They can't really make up their minds if they want to fight or not. The English are wanting to fight though. So let's march down to Ulster, because the English have landed once again. And this battle might actually give us the war victory. We'll have to see. Hopefully it does, because I would like to see all of Ireland belonging to the Irish once again. The English have owned this for far too many generations. We go ahead and look at this. I think we captured some prisoners. We did. Are you worth anything? 85 gold? Oh, yes. You, however, are not worth anything. So we're going to go ahead and move you to the dungeons. There we go. Basic stuff. And I think maybe what we should do now is go down to Cheshire. We can afford the embarking cost. So let's do that. And the English armies will come back here anyway. So maybe we can intercept them before they sail back to Ulster and try and reclaim that once again. We will go ahead and siege this first. It's going to take 14 months. We have another empty council position. Died in his sleep. Interesting. So we're going to need a new marshal now. My vassal here is very good. However, you hate us a lot. And you are intelligent. You're only 16, so I assume you're going to gain much more martial over your lifetime. Welcome to the council. They don't like us very much, which is unfortunate. Maybe I can sway them. We can change their contract as well. More taxes, please. There we go. I don't think that actually gave us any more gold. I should have took a bit more time before I pressed that. Let's go back to the siege. It's going to take 12 months, but I think this will give us the war victory. Greetings, my impressive liege. I have arrived in Lancaster to pay homage to you. Glorious High King, as a show of my loyalty. I hope my pledge of submission alone is evidence enough of my honour. Let's go ahead and show her in at once. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Duchess d'Urbergel, who was soon announced and ushered before me. She kneels in deference, offering nothing but her oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the Kingdom of Ireland. At last I bid the Duchess arise, confirming my satisfaction, and d'Urbergel's rights to the land she rules in my stead. Serve me well. So we gain some prestige. We also gain some renown as well, which is always nice. Working towards that next dynasty legacy here. And... faction to install the ban on the Irish throne has now risen. Oh dear. Let's go ahead and finish this siege, though. I don't see any English men either around here. And it looks like my grandson has converted to witchcraft. This is actually the one we sent off to join the Holy Order. Now I can finally show him my true self. There we go. What we need to do now, though, is find another grandchild to convert to witchcraft. Let's look at my third son. Can you join? There we go. Let's go ahead and convert her to witchcraft. That's all looking good. And if we look at our decisions, 26.8% are now witches. So we're almost halfway. We are getting there, guys, slowly. And Ireland will be ruled by a witch coven at some point in the future. That's the goal at the moment. We have 10 months left on the siege. Let's just go ahead and speed things up a tad whilst we wait for this. We could call on our house member, but we don't need to do that. I'm heading for my chambers to enjoy some blessed sleep when I hear a faint rustle from a window. Just the wind, I think, until the wind starts to speak. Royce, open up, my dearest. It is I, Dubken. I push the shutters open, and lo and behold, a man has climbed up to Royce's window. It is my vassal, Duke Dubken. How old is she? 1833. You have a wife. What did you just call my granddaughter? You womanizer. So he has been committing adultery. That's interesting. We could expose this. We're being raided. Should we go ahead and deal with that? I think we should. Let's go ahead and send the Holy Order to deal with this. They should be able to win this battle relatively easy. And we have increased our stewardship by 1 as well. The hustle and bustle is palpable among the travelling merchant stores. The temporary shacks are stacked to the rafters and contain all manner of knickknacks. These pieces are positively radiant and would make a lovely gift. As High Queen Elena and I walk by one of the merchants peddling jewellery, she hesitates slightly as she leans in for a closer look. Perhaps one of these would brighten the day for my esteemed wife. A ring fit for High Queen Elena. Why not? Let's go ahead and gift my wife a ring here. Maybe she'll like me a bit more. We gotta keep her happy, of course. A happy wife is a happy life. My dearest Fursu, it's so good to see you. I watch you as you dutifully rule our realm and would like to assist in any way that I can. She looks over her shoulder. I may have, well, let's not dwell on what I did in the matter, but what I will say is that a mutual acquaintance owes me a favour. A silent breeze moves through her hair and I can't help but gaze at her stunning features, attempting to etch them into my mind. She tilts her head and looks at me expectantly. Okay. How did you... becomes our lover? As I said, a happy wife, a happy life. Let's go ahead. I am more interested in you, my dearest. It looks like me and my wife are on very good terms now. It only took us about 40 years of marriage. Actually, no, we only married her recently, didn't we? This is my second wife. My first wife passed away of cancer. I do remember this because in-game it happened on the 7th of February, which was actually 2 days before my birthday. Not a good birthday present, I guess. The Gaelic Catholic populists are also rising up to target us. Oh dear. Factions are still running vibrant, and we are going to deal with these raiders over here. There we go. We have defeated the raiders, which is good to see. Now, the English are also back. We don't have a commander on this army. We could lead them. Let's give a holy warrior his chance. He's been waiting his whole life for this. After all, we're a man of learning. We're not necessarily a warrior ourselves. And what we're going to try and do is cut off this English army here, which is trying to sneak through our lands and probably sail back over to Ulster. Hopefully we can stop that before they do sail off, though. We do get increased military presence for 5 years, which is nice as well. I think we will be able to cut them off in time. There we go. We did catch the English army before they were able to set sail, which is always nice there. Sadly, that still isn't enough to win the war. Oh dear. Let's go ahead and take these armies and continue the siege. I think the siege should be enough to win the war at least. How long is left on the siege? 2 months left on the siege. And I think that would be a good time to stop the video afterwards as well, because I have gone a bit over 30 minutes today. Duchess Serleif has converted culture. If I can click on it, it won't expand for some reason. From Irish to Anglo-Irish, which is always nice to see. My vassals there converting to Anglo-Irish. We should probably take a look at the culture map. Let's go ahead and finish the siege first. And there we go. We have managed to win the war against England. So I think if we go ahead and enforce demands, we do reclaim Ulster, which is nice to see. To the vile High King Fursu, tales of your misdeeds are told from island to cafe. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. That's all looking good there. Right, do we have any prisoners from the war still? We do. You're not worth any gold. You're worth gold. And these guys also aren't worth any gold. So what I'm going to do here is keep them in my dungeon. And these guys, if I ever feel a bit stressed, we have someone to torture a little bit. We should feudalize tribal holdings. Wait, are these tribal still? We're going to have to... How do I convert this to feudal? It costs 500 gold. Wowza. We might have to give these lands to someone else. But look at that, we have regained all of Ireland now. One thing we should also do... Damn it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get Dublin back. However, I think we can revoke this. I know it might be seen as tyrannic, and he's going to hate us for it. However, Dublin should be controlled by the King or Queen of Ireland. There we go. We have regained Dublin once more. To my liege, I see no choice but to bow to your decision to strip me of the earldom of Dublin. Just so. We have dismissed the Holy Order as well. Let's go ahead and move our armies up here so we can disband them. And then what I'm going to do is let's move the realm capital back to Dublin, because that is where the majority of our investment is. Why is this all turned off? The main limit and also the control is looking very, very bad over here. So let's go ahead and raise the control. Hopefully we can gain some stability. However, that's all I have time for today. That is a 40-minute episode, so quite a long episode today. However, we got a lot of stuff done. Ireland is definitely looking much better, and I think in the next episode we might even do a war against Wales or even England. Probably Wales, because I think we can actually... we can't see anything now because our armies are raised. However, I think we can declare war against them because we no longer have an alliance with them. So if we could take Wales, we could form our own custom empire, or we could go against England and Sweden and Wales, and maybe we can reclaim Britannia. Who knows? It might be a bit too much to ask. We'll have to see. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching as always, guys. I will be back on Wednesday with the next one. I'll see you next time.